So let's bring in our correspondent in Tunisia, Fadil Ali Riza, for more. Hi, Fadil. So what can we expect to see today?
Yeah, well, actually, the strike apparently started just after midnight, and it's 159 state institutions and public companies. So even a one-day strike will really have a massive effect economically, but also on the government functions. Now, this is transportation is quite key on this. You've seen the international airport is shut down. Flights are not coming in and out of the Tunis airport. And the UGT, the union, really have three demands here. They want the government to really back down on an administrative decree that basically says that negotiations have to go through the executive branch of the government. They see that as an assault on their power. The second is that they really want a broader economic issues addressed, whether that's inflation or looming cuts to the public sector. And third, they're really laying down a red line in the government's negotiations with the IMF. The government is very desperate for a loan from the IMF, which includes conditions like freezing public sector wages and freezing public sector hiring, which the UGT is really saying that they're showing they're against.
And Fadil, this all comes amid a much wider context of dissatisfaction with Kais Saied.
Yes, this is also really important politically in terms of opposition and the UGT staking out a position of opposition really to the president, showing that they have the power to do so. We've seen other institutions of the state, other unions. The president has cracked down on them. They've cracked down on parties and other forms of opposition. So in a sense, this is the UGT really staking out a position. The unions staking out a position, saying that they can be in an opposition position to the president. They've been attacked by supporters of the president for today's strike. We've even seen one of Saied's ministers saying that they might force people back to work today. We'll have to see whether that will actually take place, whether they'll try that today. But this is really a show of force. The union has been meeting with other groups, other opposition groups, other state institutions, and said they're actually going to put forward an alternative economic reform program to the one that the government put forward to the IMF.
All right, Fadil, thank you very much for that update in Tunisia.